Hey everybody, it's Livy here. I know it's been a really long time. I've been dealing with some stuff in my personal life that I had to sort of prioritise over filming, and I hope you guys understand, but I am back to filming now regularly, so I wanted to do a different kind of video today, mostly for like the whole autumn or fall season, and I'm going to make this into a little series. So what I'm going to do today is run you guys through my sort of ideal makeup products for autumn or for fall, depending on what part of the world you live in and what you call it. I'm also going to do one for fashion, and I'm also going to do one for nail varnish. I was going to include nail varnish in this one, but I figured that since there are so many different kinds of nail varnish and so many different colours for fall or for autumn, that I would do a separate video, otherwise this one would get crazy long. So without further ado, I'm going to just jump right in. I'm going to start with my perfect foundation for autumn, and the thing with autumn for me is that because I have naturally normal sort of to oily skin, my skin tends to produce more oil than necessary in the winter. I'm not sure why, but it just gets upset and it's like, give her more oil, it's freezing cold. I'm not sure whether it's trying to like, warm my face up or something like a frying pan. I find it really irritating. So I'm going to run through the face products that I tend to use, and I'm going to talk about my foundation. This one is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra, and it says that it is a 14-hour retouch-free, oil-free foundation. I'm wearing it now, and thankfully it comes in a really nice pale shade, so I don't look like an orange beast, because I tend to find that quite a lot of foundations that offer a sort of heavier finish, a longer lasting finish, one you don't have to retouch, when they oxidize, they tend to go a little bit yellowy or a bit orangey, and this one doesn't. And I've been using this now for about 2 weeks, and I've got absolutely no complaints. It's really good. I'm not even applying it with a brush, I'm actually just applying it with my fingers, and it has a really good finish. So this is something that I would look into if you're looking to spend a little bit more on foundations for autumn, because this one's really good. I really like it. I can't praise it enough. And no, this video isn't sponsored by Lancome in the slightest. I just really like this foundation, so this is what I would advise. Another necessity for autumn for me are blotting papers, because like I said, my skin tends to produce more oil than necessary in the kind of winter, autumn time. So blotting papers, see if I can get one out and use it and demonstratione. They look like this. You guys know how blotting papers work. You just dot it on, peel off, and any oil that's on your face will show as residue on the paper. So I've been really enjoying these. So blotting papers are a complete necessity for me for autumn and for winter. Jumping on to cheek products, I like to work with much darker hues in the autumn, and I think that since I dyed my hair darker, it's sort of just, I don't know, increased that need for me. It's a need. I don't really like working with light shades in the winter. I like keeping everything dark and more, I don't know, vampy in a way. So blushes I have to show you today, depending on your skin tone. If you are fair, like me, very pale, but you don't like darker blushes, I would advise Dame by MAC. It's a really nice pinky blush from MAC, and the nicest thing about it, I find, is that it's got a really nice little violet-y, purpley hue over the top of it, and so it's not a completely flat blush, but at the same time, it looks really good if you just dust it over the apples of your cheeks, just for a little bit of a healthy rosy glow, but it gives you a little bit of a shine as well. And not like an oily shine, like a little shimmer, just to sort of catch the light, which is quite nice if you like pink blushes. If you are more of a coral blusher person, I would advise this one, again by MAC. This is Peaches, and like I said, it's more of a corally, peachy based blush, and this is completely matte, no shimmer or in it whatsoever. But it is really nice if you're more of a, I don't know how to explain it, more of an olivey hue, and you like working with things that have a touch more peach or touch more coral in them, just to add some warmth. So that's really good for autumn if you like that. But my favourite blush for autumn is this bad boy, and this is Blushbaby. And it looks like this. It looks incredibly dark on the camera, but I'm wearing it in the hollows of my cheeks as a contour, because I tend to avoid using too much blush up my cheeks in autumn, just because I find that I tend to look, because I'm so pale, blusher takes to my skin very well, so I tend to use it quite sparingly. But this is a really good contour if you don't want to use bronzer and make yourself look orange. Blushbaby by MAC is fantastico. Moving on to lip products. I have 3 lipsticks and a lip pencil to show you. Like I said earlier, when autumn time comes around, I like to go into darker hues, and I mostly work with reds and plums and things like that. The first is this lip pencil by MAC, and this is in the shade Auburn, and I will do a little swatchy for you. It comes out looking like that, almost like a burnt red. It's not like a bright red like the one I have on my lips right now. It's just burnt, and it's lovely if you like to do a red lip that doesn't look too shiny, that's going to last all day, all that sort of thing. And I remember Beauty Crush doing a video a while back talking about the ultimate red lip, and she uses lip liner first before a lipstick, and it sets the whole thing and it keeps everything intact and stops it rubbing up your face. A lip pencil for me is essential, and I like this because you can put any sort of red based lipstick on top of it and it will keep the colour of the lipstick, but it will just set it and hold it, so this is really good. For lipsticks, if you like to work with nude tones, I would advise this one by Revlon. This is in 035 Blush. Looks like this. I use this all the time, so it's a bit mushy, but I'll swatch it for you. It looks like this, and it's quite a good sort of darker nude, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not like Naked by Sleek, which is literally just bare nude. This has just got more of a deeper hue to it. It's got a bit of a sheen as well, if you like that sort of thing. I have these 2 by MAC to show you today. The first one is the one I'm wearing, which is Ladybug. Looks like this. It's very nice if you like pulling off very bright, it's this one down here, very bright reds, and I quite like bright reds. They make me feel alive. Don't know how else to say it, but I get a certain feeling when I have a red lip on that I don't get when I have a nude lip, so I don't know. I like it though. And the other lipstick I have to show you is called Dare You, and this is a much deeper red, and this works beautifully with the Auburn lip pencil. I will swatch this for you as well, so you can get an idea of what it looks like. It comes out looking like that, and it is very good if you work it with the Auburn lip pencil. It's a very burnt out red. It's a bit lush as well. These are my lip products I like absolutely adore over winter. So if you like reds, I would work with all of those too, because one you get like a bright red, and the other one you get a nice burnt sort of murkier red that's really good for autumn. And if you like nudes, the Revlon one is good because it's cheap and it's a bit of a deeper nude, so you still get that autumnal hue without it being overly bright or demanding or dark or anything like that. And finally, I have eyeshadows to talk to you about. All of them are from MAC. It's not for any particular reason other than the fact that I have a lot of MAC eyeshadow. I work with a lot of MAC eyeshadow, and most of my MAC eyeshadows are kind of autumnal hues anyway, so I figured I'd show them to you all the same. I have a palette, and then I have 3 loose ones. I'll start with the loose ones and move on to the palette in a minute. The first shade is Phloof, and this is a really good highlight colour. Looks just like that, and that's perfect for going over the brow bone, just to pick up a bit of a light, and that's what I've got on mine right now. It's really nice. The next one is Tete-A-Tint, and this is one of my all-time necessities. I've rebought this and repurchased this eyeshadow over and over again, and it's perfect for absolutely anything. It can be brilliant if you just want to add a little bit of socket definition, or if you just want to wear it across the lid and keep the socket clear. It's just brilliant. I can't explain to you how good this is, but it's really good in autumn because of the nice sort of auburny peachy feel to it. Next I have Mythology, and I use this if I want to have a little bit of like sparkle. So if I'm going out or something like in the evening, this is what I would bring, and this is what I would probably wear. And I love sort of burnt hues through the autumn because I have sort of bluey greeny eyes, so they really bring out the colour. I'm sure they probably do the same to brown eyes as well. They're really beautiful, so this is a necessity for me if I'm like going out with friends, like to a bar or to a club, anything like that. I love this one. Now on to my palette, and I've kind of constructed this for autumn, so I'm just going to show it to you now. This is what it looks like. This is Carbon, brilliant matte black if you want to just add a little bit to darken the outer V, anything like that. You can use it with a wet angle brush if you want to use it for kind of like a liquidy eyeliner, really good. This is Beauty Marked. Beauty Marked is one of my all-time favourite partying, clubbing eyeshadows, and it's a black with red kind of glitter through it. It's absolutely stunning. And below that is Cranberry. Cranberry is something that I love to work with through autumn, again with Mythology like I pointed out earlier, because it's got so much of a red hue. It really brings out the colour of my eyes, and I love working with it. We've got plum dressing at the top here. Purples I like working with anyway, but this is a really nice one if you just want to use it as a statement colour. And this is really good if you want to use it with a gold, like Gold Mine, which is just over here. If you want to blend the two together to create a really, really, really beautiful sort of like sunset-y kind of eye. I don't know how else to explain it, but it would just kind of look like a sunset in my brain. This is Sketch, and Sketch is a bit lush. The thing I like about Sketch is that it's got a tiny bit of sparkle, not too much, but it's mostly matte. But it's really, really, really good if you use it with Haux just underneath. And that's what I'm wearing on my eyes at the moment. I have Haux across the bulk of the outer corner, but I've just got a bit of Sketch in the very, very outer V, and then I'm using Phloof in my inner corner, and that's just, it's quite nice on my eye colour, I've found, just because it's something that I like to work with, and over kind of time, over testing, all that sort of stuff, this is the one I like the most. That's kind of the combination I like the most. Then we have Satin Taupe, probably the most essential MAC eyeshadow ever. I can't explain it, but you need a good shimmery taupe, and that is the best one to go with. Charcoal brown is this one here. This is what I use to fill my brows most of the time, but it's also good if you like to use matte browns through the socket to create a bit of definition. This is Club, and this is actually possibly my all-time favourite eyeshadow from MAC. And the reason I love it so much is that it's actually a brown. It's like a taupe, and if you look at it this way, that's what it looks like. But the minute it hits the light, it gets this sort of turquoisey aquamarine colour across the top of it. And it's absolutely stunning if you work it in with colours like Sketch or colours like Charcoal Brown. If you want to create a really interesting smoky eye for autumn, this is something that I cannot live without. I absolutely love it. This is the third one that I've bought from MAC, and I just cannot get enough of it. Up here is Antiqued, and Antiqued is a really good one if you like russety burnt browns and you want to add a bit of warmth to your regular brown smoky eye. Gold Mine, like I said, looks beautiful plum dressing, but Gold Mine's great if you like much brighter, deeper golds, like proper yellowy golds, rather than like light, shimmery, less interesting golds. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's very, very, very true if you look there. It's a much deeper gold. And finally we have Hush, and Hush is lovely if you want to use it in the inner corners as a highlight, if you want to sort of bring out any sort of lighter shades, if you want to brighten the eye area, anything like that. Hush and Phloof are brilliant. So those are my autumn or fall makeup essentials. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to do a fashion one and a nail varnish one, like I said. I've actually missed you guys terribly, and I hope you are all well. Like I said, I'm sorry for the little hiatus I went on, but things just needed to be sorted in my personal life. Everything's getting back on track now, so lots and lots of filming coming your way. Other than that, I hope everybody is having a lovely September so far, and I will see you guys soon with my next video. Have a great day wherever you are. Bye-bye.